When people think about TPC Sawgrass, I think most think about the 17th. It's about 140 yards of pure terror. It is, as they have said, diabolical. And here, you want to go low or die trying.
The amazing thing about 17, it's the only hole really that Pete Dye didn't design. 17's designed by his wife Alice. They had a problem trying to get from 16 to 18. It was a big area that they dug out when they tried to get some of the sand for the golf course. And then Alice Dye said, well, why not just put a hole there? And really, when you think about it, the advent of stadium golf, the island green at 17, that's what's pushed this game over the last 25 years.
Now to the final hole here at TPC Sawgrass, 462-yard par 4. Frank, is this one of the toughest finishing holes in the sport?
It is, because the simple reason you've played 17 holes and the job isn't done yet.
Good contact, good result. And well over 320 yards. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. These putts keep the round together. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, just some great golf here today.
Yeah, that's a round to remember. Not often you play that well and you feel like you were head and shoulders above the rest of the field.
What a thrill to watch. And for Frank Nobilo and our entire team, I'm Rich Lerner saying so long for now. Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, there really is nothing quite like it. The old course at St. Andrews, and you know the old course is old when the new course is 100 years old. You know you're in a place that is bathed in history.
Yeah, the fact that they can't really figure out who exactly designed the golf course, it just evolved. And the true, if you look at a scorecard, the fact that you go out and in, it's designed purely around St. Andrews because 9 holes are out, then you turn around in the loop and come all the way back to the clubhouse. So the amazing thing is you actually can, if you get lucky, play 9 holes with the wind behind you. And if fortunately with the tide it turns, you can get 9 holes with the wind at your back as well.
On the green, and a chance for birdie here on the first hole. -1 in the early going. Trying to get the round off to a good start. Frank, we're at the second hole, and what's ahead?
Well, the ideal tee shot just a little over that gorse bush in front of you, which is down the right side. That's the best angle in. But it also brings in a little bit of trouble. But if that pin is anywhere towards the middle of this double green, then really you want to be coming in from the right side.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. This is a good-looking shot. Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Just a tap in to finish the hole. Did the job right there. Frank, talk about the strategy off the tee here at the third.
You can drive the ball pretty close to this green, Rich. It's shorter than the second hole. Just hit it down the right side, but try and avoid those little pot bunkers.
He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible coming up.
A makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under par. Has to like that one. Another birdie to get to 2 under par. At the fourth hole now, and Frank, this one looks as though it might require a little bit of club selection off the tee. What are we looking at, partner?
Well, there is 2 ways to play the fourth off the tee. You can hit it down the right side, but it really starts to narrow up and it's slightly shorter. Most players go towards the middle of the golf course and try and get it on that plateau. But this, certainly the first hard hole you see at St. Andrews.
Frank, that is position A.
Yeah, the tee shot was like silk, Rich. I mean, just sets up that second shot so beautifully.
That is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Settles in over the putt. Has a hat trick and looking for more. 3 birdies now on the deck. Par 5s, this is where players look to make the move in a major championship. How does this 5th hole par 5 measure up, Frank?
Well, if you can avoid the bunkers, they're actually left and right, but especially that little group of 3 bunkers, then it sets up well. It'll be a blind second shot, but you try and guide your second shot between the 2 bunkers on the hill in front of you, which are called the spectacles.
So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Frank, how good was that just to get it on the green?
Well, from that shot there, you would have thought for sure that there was no chance he had of finding the green. That was some shot.
And roll. Now at the 6th, not a particularly long hole, Frank, par 4.
Yeah, semi-blind tee shot. You've got an idea where you want to hit, but there's a series of 3 bunkers. They're called the coffins down the left side, as well as some pop bunkers down the right. So this requires a very accurate tee shot.
They'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Frank, no reason here to think we're going to see anything other than another good shot.
Yeah, in a great flow, and golf like this looks easy.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Starting to put something special together. 6 under par. Over the ball here at the 7th. And Frank, if you had to script a game plan here, what would it look like?
You could drive this pretty close to the green. This is a green that's shared with the 11th, the par 3. And so you won't see that tee shot finish, but you can actually drive very, very close to a bunker called the shell, which is the one that protects the par 3 11th. That's an absolute beauty.
Second shot. Good look at the green.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
So they'll tap in. Really has it going now. Back-to-back birdies. Standing on the tee at the par 3 8th here at the old course. And Frank, what are we looking at here?
One of the biggest greens on the golf course. It looks flat. It looks like it's easy. But once that flag gets on the left side, this is when the hole becomes a little bit more difficult. It's very easy to take this hole for granted. Very hard to hit it close, though.
Pure strike. Good result.
And that is close.
Frank, 2 is nice, but
3 is even better.
wow, touch of a locksmith out there, making everything.
Yeah, and the result, yet another birdie, too. Totally in command.
And Frank, the Open Championship coming back to the home of golf this summer.
Yeah, and remember, too, the last time it was here, Louis Oosthuizen at the 9th hole, he had no problem driving this par 4. So let's see if you can do the same. If you can carry that last bunker down there, there's every chance that your tee shot can run onto this very flat green.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Well, that's how you keep a round going, make putts just like that. Excellent front side, trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Ah, nice.
Looks good. Great strike and a great result. Sitting up, good chance to attack the flag. Setting up for an approach shot here. This is just a superb performance. Great round to this point, Frank, and you can really see that reflected in his mood today.
Yeah, it just looks too easy. Swinging the club beautifully. Ball's going exactly where he wants it to. He's not trying to take too many risks. So consequently, he's getting birdie opportunity after birdie opportunity.
Well, in the words of the late, great baseball commentator for the Yankees, Phil Rizzuto, it's time for holy cow, Whitey. That's 11 under par. Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
So just a formality here. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, the charm of St. Andrews, the history of the old course, it all sort of comes into view here at the 12th, doesn't it?
Yeah, very pretty hole. Eden Estuary to the right. Obviously a nice view of the township of St. Andrews in the distance. But long hitters can just lick their chops and have a crack at this green. All they've got to do is worry about that little pot bunker short. But either into the breeze, or if you're not a long hitter, you've got to worry about those 4 bunkers that are well placed smack bang in the middle of this fairway.
And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Just a sensational putt. Now the par 4 13th, and again, Frank, it's all about avoiding the bunkers.
Yeah, another hole that forces you to go either right or left of something that you can see. The 2 bunkers called the coffins right up ahead. You can also go beyond those, and if you do, then you've got a much shorter shot in, but you've got to avoid those fairway bunkers. They are very costly.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Sevier-esque.
It's a big putt right here. The birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Frank, what are we looking at here at the big par 5 14th?
Out of bounds on the right, and those little series of pot bunkers called the birdies. Now, if you get in trouble here, you can bail out with your second shot down the left, which is the 4th fairway. That's one other option of playing this par 5. But a good tee shot, and you can certainly go at this for 2. Oh, that was sweet. Straight down the middle. Second shot.
Sit down. Get down.
Oh, this is gone.
Wow, lucky break right there, Frank.
Yeah. That's what everyone else is going to say, except him.
And his 3rd here at the par 5. Just sensational golf, and he finishes it off with an eagle. Frank, the 15th here at the old course, just a classic example of links golf, where you might be aiming for something that isn't even on the golf course.
Exactly. There's a nice line there in between the 2 humps that you can see in front of you off the tee. If you keep looking down, you'll see the church steeple. That's the perfect line for the tee shot. Got to be careful with the second shot coming up. You see the 16th tee and out of bounds to the right of this green, and that little pot bunker that protects the front.
Yeah, that's a good drive right there. Got all of it.
Did you hear the sound?
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. And getting ready for the putt. Simple, solid, and he'll take it.
But one that you need to make.
All right, Frank, another par 4. It's the 16th. Players trying to make their way to the house, standing up in one piece. What's the best way to get at this hole?
Well, the normal player would actually try and hit the ball down the left. I've seen the odd player try and hit it down that out-of-bounds line and sort of flash it down the right side, but really there's not much of an advantage, Rich, unless you're the longest hitter in the business. So a little short and a little left of the principal's nose is a nice setup for the second shot here at 16.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
This will be a birdie if it drops. Frank, this may well be the most famous hole in the world. It's the road hole here at the Old Course, number 17. And it makes the green in regulation. Frank, this would jumpstart the round. A third straight birdie.
Some good playing.
Frank, this is really one of the coolest spots in the whole sport. When you tee off at 18, it's as if the entire town of St. Andrews is peering in and looking at you.
Yeah, you've started by the town at the little starters box, and then you've sort of gone all the way out. Now you're all the way on the back end, and it's almost like your job's been completed. But really, in the game of golf, you're just starting.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Frank, if this were baseball, that would be an upper deck moonshot.
It'd be out of the stands. But not only that, it is in the middle of the fairway. Long, incredibly long, and straight.
Tape measure shot. And that's how you play the game, right there. Just a couple of feet. And in for birdie. Frank, solid effort today. What's your assessment?
Golf like that can certainly result in wins, that's for sure. But more importantly, the opportunity to get one.